welcome back to Maria and Joe Live TV. And as you can see, I'm having so much fun here at our studio. And Joe, yes, because we have a table, we have different set at our studio, and it's so much fun. I love it. I love it. So if you guys actually wanna come and see us, you have a product or services that you wanna actually showcase, we are here. We have different key people in our network that will help you out, and we do commercials too. So reach out to us.
That's true. All right, that's it. We're talking business, so I have my business hat on right now.
Well, you know what, we are talking earlier about what are the problems in relationships. So our main objective of this show is to give you some, although we are not doctorate in giving advice about relationship, we will give you guys the best we could, best advice we could based on experience and what we learned from, from every person that came along to our life. Thank you, Sarah, for watching.
All right, thanks everyone.
And so we're going to start with communication. What's your strategy when you have a conflict in communication, Joe?
Well, I tell you, the best strategy, I believe, or the best communication skill every one of us can have is to use our ears. I think if we listen more, just shut up and listen, we can understand what our partner wants or our relationship needs. Too many of us just want to blab out there. I used to, maybe sometimes I still do, but when I listen more, maybe even take notes or say, okay, so you're trying to say that you're not happy with this. So it's good to repeat back so we have a better understanding. Because too many of us, especially guys, just assume you know what you're going to say or what the issue is. And sometimes we're right, and sometimes we're not so right. So I think listening is probably the best way to communicate.
So you were saying listening, opening your ears instead of your mouth is the first strategy.
You always hear, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so
yeah.
There's a reason.
But you know what, Joe, is what I notice about you is all the time, instead of actually listening, you forget things. So how's that gonna affect it?
Well, I don't know about forgetting things. I think you change the subject a lot and go from one area to another to try to keep up with what your mind is thinking. So I'm still back on what we agreed upon, and you're moving on to something else and not letting me in on what you want to talk about. So I don't know about you.
Well, you forgot things. So, but anyways, you know what? One more strategy would be stop raising your voice. And I learned this a lot. I learned this all through the years that when I'm mad, I know what I normally do is I put my voice down, but my words are very, very, it's very, very, what do you call it now? It's very strong. Yeah, very strong, but my voice is down. So I think I'm learning from this too. That's really good. So hi Melvin Trinidad, thank you for watching. We are talking about relationship. What is the best strategy to do when there's relationship conflict. So we are in communication topic right now. So what I was saying was raising your voice. Raising your voice and giving the very harsh words is still same thing as raising your voice. So I think it's better. I told this to JC earlier. I think it's better to just bite your tongue and then breathe a little bit on the side. Try to calm down yourself before. Like I think it's the same thing with thinking twice before saying something. So that's how.
Well, a lot of people like count to 10 or go for a walk or have a beer or something where you can just relax and rethink.
No, don't.
No. Don't think too quickly, but even if you take a 10-second breather And count to 10, maybe 20 for some of us.
Don't drink
and
beer.
Make you force yourself to relax and think better.
Don't drink beer because I heard that many times, and we did it with my previous friends or relationship, and yeah, it doesn't work. Don't go and drink beer. What you do is go on the side, I did this one time. I actually drive out and went to the beach and kind of listened to the ocean. And it calms me down. So I went back and said, let's talk. So I think that's a good strategy. And what's that?
Have you listened to the ocean lately?
No, it's been a while. And other strategy would be, make sure, although sometimes we don't mean what we say, or let me back up a little bit. What I mean is, when you're saying something, look them in the eye, because body language is really, really important. Even though how much you are saying to this person, if you're not actually looking into their eye, it's never been sincere. And I used to tell my kids this. I said, hey, look at me in the eye, yes or no. And if they're gonna look at me in the eye and said yes, I believe it, even though they don't mean it sometimes, and I know it, but at least I am training them, or I am teaching them the proper way to actually communicate.
Hey, that goes with a handshake. You need a firm handshake. Men and women, we're greeting one another. None of that flimsy, fishy stuff. That's ridiculous. Hold your head out firm. Not to be tight and squeeze it. Just have to be firm.
Yeah, that's a good point too, Joe, because I realize when you are handshaking.
You have to bring the eye and say hi.
Yes, when you are handshaking, make sure. I notice this a lot too, especially business people. Is when they handshake is just like that. That's not sincere. I don't like that. When I handshake everybody, I handshake and grab their hand really. Not really, really tight. Even though it's tight for me, I have a small hand, so I hold it and show them how sincere I am in my handshake.
Good. Now that we also do that, we can practice that.
Yes, and second one, Joe, is what are your strategy when it comes to personality? What type of different personality type?
A lot of my relationships with women from different cultures, different nationalities. I've dated people from Africa and other places around the world, even just different parts of the country. And we all have a unique culture. We all have a unique culture. I don't care if you're using tortillas instead of bread, or you're eating adobo, or you take your shoes off in the house. It's important communication, and it's fun just to watch each other. And maybe we shake our head and say, why are you doing that? Why are you taking your shoes off? Like I lived in Japan for 3 years. They do things differently. I lived in the Philippines for 4 years. They do things differently. And just watch. Ask questions. Say, well, why do you do that? Or what are you thinking? Or why do you celebrate All Saints Day in the cemetery? Now, those are different personalities. They don't have to be conflicts. Just have to have an understanding and ask a lot of questions. Sure, we could get mad about why you take your hat off in the house, or why you don't, or why you do. And that could be an issue. Like my father never wore a shirt around the house. And some other places, you better have it on. They almost have their shirts buttoned up all the time. Just kind of watch and ask those questions.
Yeah, Joe was trying to say is personality type is you need to actually be careful of the culture of the other person, but personality type actually it's not. Although it actually comes with culture, it's also we still have the same level of personality. The level of personality comes with one part of the culture. But what he was trying to say is, what type of is this a person?
No, I wasn't trying to say. I said what I said because that's what I meant. I'm not trying to say anything.
No, we are trying to put together our topic into Okay, into the
What
relationship
we're
part.
trying to say is we don't agree on little personality conflicts.
Yes, that's what he's trying to say. When you actually like chemistry, that's part of the relationship that you need to figure out before getting into a relationship is the chemistry. What is the chemistry? What is the personality of that person? Is this something that you're really gonna be moving forward to or not? So make sure you look on the personality. At work, make sure you actually a lot of time personality clash at work because they came with different culture and so understanding their culture, I think that's what you are actually explaining earlier, is understanding their culture. If you understand their culture, you know why you don't actually match with this person. But you know what? In this world, we are so diversified. No matter what culture you are, I see a lot of people actually any culture actually you can see everything in here in Vegas. Every culture actually just matching. So there's I don't see any kind of issue on that, except if they have different personality type, like stronger, slower kind of thing. But the culture wise, I don't see any difference on that. So for me, Joe, I'm so sorry, but I disagree with you that it really matters what's your culture.
That's a your upbringing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. But anyways, we're gonna go on the next one because we're gonna be running out of time pretty soon. We're gonna go on the money, and this is what is Joe's favorite, money. Go ahead, heat it up, Joe.
I need more, everyone. I need another half. We all need a little bit of money. Sometimes
Of course.
money, they say money is the root of evil, and that's not true. Because you make more, we should donate and use more money to help others. But selfishness is probably more of a problem in America and probably the world and even in relationships. It's being selfish. Okay, if I make $1,000 more a month than you do, I'm selfish. You can't touch it. That's mine. And if I offer some of that to you, it's from the goodness of my heart. But if you're going to come and like demand it or expect me just to give you some money or some resources or buy something for you just because I make more, that just isn't cool. That's a little bit of disrespectful, a little bit of slap in the face. If I want to give you a little something, then let me do it from my heart. If you're going to expect it, our relationship probably not going to last very long. And that's stressful and frustrating because money can be a good thing. But just don't be demanding to be so selfish with what you have. And don't demand someone else take care of you just because they have a little bit more than you do. It's a little frustrating out there. It's stressful.
You know,
I think Maria would give me a soda, but no, she's selfish.
anyways, yeah, I like your point. Is now it used to be was men always pay everything. And with my case, yes, you man has to pay everything. But anyways, besides the point is, yes, that's true.
We were more generous back then.
you know what's funny, Joe, is, yes, money is, this is the most reason why people in America or probably around the world, I didn't look on the statistic, the main reason why families actually fall apart is because of money. When it comes to money, everything just started to actually just fall, behind. And having so much money is not really good.
Well, that's a good point because we're always trying to make more, and sometimes we're working overtime or have a second or third job.
And affected our relationship.
We can do for our loved ones, but often that's just taking your time away from your loved ones. So basically our time, our experiences with our friends and family is more important than the almighty dollar. It should be.
Yeah. So money make sure you guys actually come into agreement when it comes to money. So my strategy when it comes to money is marry the guy that has a lot of money.
You sound like my brother Brian. You sound like my brother. Don't marry a woman with a lot of money.
No, I was just kidding about that. Well, you know what? Everything actually can agreed upon before getting into a relationship. And when it comes to business, I'm gonna be talking about when it comes to money, is about the pay. Don't actually settle for less when it comes to job. When you feel yourself that you actually worth more, ask your boss. If they don't give it, steal from them. No, just kidding. If you don't give if they don't give it, then
relationship with your boss, sure.
Then find another job that actually pay the amount of money you want. But let me tell you guys this, and I keep on telling this to my kids. I said, it's not about how much you get paid. It's about your job satisfaction. If you love your job no matter what the pay is, I think I would rather actually stay in a job that pay less. I'm satisfied, I'm happy what I do, than go into a job that pays me a lot but never been, happy.
Absolutely. If you're not happy, your partner's not happy either.
Yep. And yes, and then you're gonna go home and take that to your house. So what happened? Yeah, it's not good. Anyways, we're gonna go about workload or chores at home. So workload too is like what I was talking earlier. Don't do so much that is above your pay grade. I see a lot of people nowadays. I used to be like that. I used to be working so hard, just showing up to my boss that, hey, I can do this. You know what? I can do your job. And then when I got his job, everybody got upset with me.
I disagree a little bit. We need to always do a little bit extra. Not over.
Oh yeah, exactly.
A little bit extra to show our boss we're capable of.
I did say that, Joe. That's what I said, Joe. I said don't overdo it. It's okay to do extra. So you don't agree that you can do extra? Look at my cat.
A little extra.
My cat.
Always show a little earlier for work. Stay a little bit later. It don't have to be a habit. But you should do it from time to time.
Oh yes, definitely. When you love what you do, Joe, no matter what, you can actually give your time for free to your boss because you just love what you do. So I did that so many times. Like, you know what, I just wanted to help this customer or family or guest. I don't care if I'm gonna go clock out. And let me talk to you about one of my coworker yesterday. Yeah. My coworker yesterday, we are actually being told that no matter what, don't go overtime. So,
okay.
One of my coworker yesterday, we are helping this family. Group of 7 people. They're amazing people. They're they're really, really nice. So now he has to clock out at 10:30 and they came 10:25. So anyways he just ran outside that cubicle and said, Maria, can you please help them while I'll just go clock out and come back in. So I was like, you know what, we have to do what we have to do. It's not only a call of duty, but it's actually a call of the heart. We wanted to help this family, so no matter what, we have to clock out. We have to do what is the policy of our job and still, do our duty.
That's right. Sometimes you have to work on your own time to make everything come together.
Yes.
That's right. Serving others.
Yeah, and we're gonna go on the home base chores. Sometimes I see this a lot too, like husband and wife, all the wife, because we are used to the wife only do all the chores and the husband just sit down in their ass and do nothing because the wife is doing everything. That is not cool. Alright, you guys, when you said I do to each other, that means anything, for better or worse, rain or shine, everything is equally. Okay, no, or you do this because you know how to do that. You know, it's really, really good. Let me tell you something, Joe. It's I was married like 10 years ago or so, and my ex-husband never did anything in the house. Never did. I did everything, but I don't work. I want, yeah, you know. But anyways, and then I got divorced, and I got into relationship. Guess what happened to the next relationship I've been to? He did everything for me.
And that didn't work either.
No, it works well. He did everything for me, but I am the kind of person that don't sit down in my ass. Even though somebody's telling me, oh, let me just sit down, let me do this, I still stand up and help. So we help each other. We actually do everything. We wash clothes together. We take turns on cooking. We take turns on washing dishes. I love the fact, I adore men or guys out there who actually go and do grocery, put laundry on the laundry, and then I fold them. So I adore guys like that, because you know what, they are brought up well, and I give the credit to their moms.
Absolutely, absolutely. Good upbringing is important. We need to bring our boys up and our girls up properly to be respectable human beings and adults.
Yes, yes. So that's really cool. Well, my strategy would be, help out each other, no matter what, who is taking the initiative to do something in the house. Get up in your, whatever you're doing. It's really cool to actually help out when somebody is doing if the other one is doing the chores. It's really good to actually go and help them, because it's a part of bonding. And we did this a lot with my daughter. I wash the dishes. My daughter used to be, Mom, just do it, and I'm like, no, come and help me. It's not because I want her to do the job, but I want her to bond with me. We are talking stories while we are cleaning up the kitchen and everything.
Good point. That's a good bonding time. You eat together, you clean together, you exercise together. That's a good bonding time.
All right, so priority, Joe. Priority. What is your strategy in priority?
Well, if you would the partner, you have to decide. Obviously, our priority should be spend as much time together as we can, especially if you're just dating. Maybe you live in a different town or across town from each other. Now, are they a priority, or are you just going to see them on the weekends, every night? Well, how do you work that out? You kind of have to talk about how you want to work that relationship out first, and then put it in as a top priority. Obviously, you cannot skip out your job or your children. Those are top priorities also. So you have to work all that in together. You just have to discuss it. Say, hey, babe, I love you. I know you're working. I want to see you Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Tuesday. Whatever it is. But if your kids are in sports or plays or playing in the bands, that better be a top priority. And your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, needs to kind of understand that. Never turn your back on your children regardless. But deep down inside, it's that person that we fell in love with. They're going to be there when the kids are long grown to have their own families. So don't piss on that relationship either. Make sure that's a priority.
I want to say hi to our viewers, Dennis James, Dwayne Joseph, and Ginolyn Pilar. Earlier is Joanne Duroni, Steve Stair, Acela Anchada, and Melvin Trinidad. Thank you for tuning in and helping us out, actually put our words out there. So please go and comment, say something. We need your input on this one. Like what I said earlier, we're just trying to do our best to actually give some strategy, and it can be actually something that you can use in the future or not. We don't know, because every situation is different. So we're gonna go now on our next second to the last issues in a relationship is conflict.
Everything's a conflict. Communicate, work yourself through.
So what are your strategy when it comes to conflict?
Everything we talked about. You listen, what the issues are. You watch, see why people act a certain way. You develop that trust. If there's a money issue, you talk about it, and you work on those priorities. Say, okay, honey, I love you, but here's what's going on in my life or in my week. How can we work it together? And there could be a conflict in schedule. So, what's more important, your kid's baseball game or your girlfriend's I don't know, Chamber of Commerce dinner? They're both important. You have to weigh the pros and cons, and if you have to miss your kid's baseball game, you need to find a way to make it up to them later on, because those experiences are more important to them than making an extra couple dollars in your pocket. The kids will never see those couple extra dollars. They just want to spend time with mommy or dad. So that's how you work out conflict. You figure out what the top priority is. If you can't figure out how to decide, then you need to make it up to the other partner and say, I'll make it up to you next time.
Yep, that's true, Joe. That's a good point. You know what? You cannot control, like what I keep on saying earlier, you cannot control of the other person's action. All you can control is yourself. So before you get into a conflict situation with your relationship, make sure you actually sit down and relax and think twice and evaluate the situation before you move forward and start punching other people.
Good point. Good point. So there'll always be a little bit of conflict, but we don't have to make it control our lives and be a bad thing.
Yes, we cannot control their action. All you can do is yours. You know what? Think about it. Like, okay, if I do this, what is the aftermath of my action? So, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go on the last one, which is my favorite, Joe, is trust.
All right. Tell me about the trust.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I love this part is because, like what I was saying earlier, baggage. So, I am very, I have trust issues in my life. I did, I have to have before I let you into my life, I have to have these five valuable questions that you have to pass. You have to pass for me to welcome you into my life, and eventually, all through the months, I actually just remove all these 5 questions, 5 test questions, right? Some people actually opened my eyes to be a little bit. Don't be naive, okay? Don't be naive, but you still put your guards up. But make sure you actually have your eyes and ears open. Make sure you are very, very careful with all your surroundings. As long as you have a solution, or what do you call it now, you know what to do if anything goes wrong. If you have a set up plan, what to do if something goes wrong. Put your trust out there, because you know what, not everybody in your past are the same thing as all the people you meet moving forward. So by saying that, I had been actually reached out by different people, guys, to be in relationship with me and everything, and I never actually let anybody in, until one day one person told me, Maria, you have to open the door. You have to actually start see, you cannot actually compare this person to this other person or this situation to this situation. Everything is different. All you can do is to pray and hope that you are actually having the good judgment moving forward in your life, meeting people or going into relationship.
Very good point. And I just want to throw one thing in there. One thing that really hurts trust, and not just significant other, but relationships in general, is gossip. Gossip. Too many of us want to talk about someone else behind their back, or our boss, or our neighbor, and that causes real big conflict later on in all of our relationships. Minimize. Stop it. We don't need to gossip and talk about others. Sometimes it's hard, unless we're watching TV or the soaps or something else. That's all they do. But we can minimize that outside source that tells us we need to talk about one another. We would be better off. Stop that gossip.
So you still listen to gossip?
Just what you tell me, Maria. Just what you tell me.
I don't listen to gossip. See, the thing, Joe, is when you're listening to gossip, yourself is actually a gossiper. Now, listen to this. For me, I'd rather actually, I don't know what you mean by gossip and actually talking behind the person. So, what I'm trying to say here is when I hear something talking behind my back, as long as they don't come straight to me and tell me to my face, I don't actually listen to those things. I don't believe those things. I don't listen to those things. It doesn't matter how bad it is you told the other person about me, and that's your fault, not mine. If you don't come to me, if you come straight to me and tell me straight to my face, I'm gonna take it as a constructive criticism, and I promise you, later on, you will see Maria a different person. Based on what you want Maria to be. But if you are gossiping behind my back, go ahead, sweetheart. You're free to do it. I love it. But if you come to me, then we can work out together. So that being said, I don't listen to gossip. So do you?
Just what you tell me.
What did I tell you? Come on, what is it? What did I tell you?
Alright, so moving right along.
No, I want to know what did I tell you. I want to know what gossip did I tell you. What gossip did I tell you? Come on, tell me.
Not on the air.
No, come on. If I really say gossip to you, come on, tell it. Say it. Come on.
All right, we'll talk about it some other time. So anyway, right along.
You're not gossiping. He is a big gossiper. Anyways, so what else do you want me to say so that you can start opening your mouth?
Not me. Not
okay.
This guy.
Not really. Well, so Joe, go ahead. What you're saying?
Yep. So it's time to go to the next segment.
Oh my God, Joe. All right, Joe. Anyways, Joe, that is Joe right there. So, guys, thank you so much. These are the relationship problems that we go through in our everyday life. And I hope that we gave you some strategy to deal with it, or strategy to actually help us all together. I don't know, but if not, it's okay. That is our strategy of how we deal with it, and that's how Joe's strategy to deal with gossip, because he is a gossiper. He is a gossiper, so I don't know his own strategy. Alright, Joe, we will be right back, viewers. And before we go, I want to say hi. Thank you to Steve, Asela, Marvin, Dennis, Dwayne, Ginoline, and other things on the top. I couldn't see the name, but thank you so much for staying with us. Next segment, we're going to be talking about current events, Joe.
Hi, do you know anyone who's gossiping? We just have our current events.
I don't gossip, Joe, unless you do. Tell me something that you gossiping.
Whatever.
Alright, so we're gonna be talking about the thing happened in Chiang Rai, Thailand.
In Thailand, big issues in Thailand. What's going on with the Supreme Court properties? Commodities are important topics.
Alrighty, so we will see you guys back on the next segment. Please stay tuned, don't go away. I love Joe's gossip.